Cheap. We're back. Jed?
Don't know if I might pick that up, but I was trying to do a whistle.
I don't think it did.
Yeah,
Okay, so this is we don't have a lot of information on this one. It's one where I think it's such a lesser known film. There's not a lot of history on it. Mm-hmm. But this is called Willy the Sparrow, aka Willy a Verb. I don't speak Hungarian, I'm sorry. So this came from Panamia, and we had already reviewed a film from them, Hugo the Hippo. This came out in 1989. And it was also by the same director. I'm going to try to pronounce this man's name. Josef Gemes?
Yeah, it has a totally different art style compared to Hugo the Hippo.
Oh, totally.
And it won the prize of the audience at the third... Oh, fuck me. Kexkemet Animation Film Festival. And in the English version of the film, the main character's name was changed from Phil to Willy, and his brother becomes Sissy. Very clever name. Clever name.
So, this movie's kind of weird. Mm-hmm. Because it just doesn't make a lot of sense. It starts off with the main character. He's not feeling good. Or at least he claims he's not feeling good.
And he has vivid imagination, as the narrator explains. And this is the only time in the entire movie we actually get a narrator, this intro.
Yeah, I'm not
sure. No
sure.
narration ever after that. I don't know what gives.
Yeah, I don't know why they did it at the beginning. But he's pretending he's in India. And he's, like, fighting a tiger. But it turns out the tiger is his cat. Who he's, like, torturing with a water gun.
Yeah, like, little asshole.
Yeah, he's a bit of a jerk at the beginning.
And his sister reprimands him and tries to dry off the can in the clothes dryer. Oh, God. Don't
do that. That's so dangerous. I know it's supposed to be played off as a joke, but guys, seriously, don't put your hat or any pin in the dryer. Please don't do that. Mm-hmm. And then, okay.
Yeah, and...
This is where it starts
get
weird. So, he tries to shoot at some sparrows with the water gun.
Nah, he pretends to shoot at them. He gets, like, this toy BB gun. And sees this old woman feeding sparrows, and he just shouts bang bang and scares him off. And the woman just stares up at him with a scowl. And suddenly appears in his bedroom, like, what the hell?
Yeah, this got weird really fast.
Okay, I'm trying to imagine how this oh, right, I got it on Vimeo. And the woman scolds him and says he needs to learn how difficult it is to be a sparrow. Because she refers to herself as the guardian of the sparrows.
The sparrow guardian. That's exactly what she's called. And apparently she speaks for the sparrows or something. It's really weird.
And Will doesn't believe her and insists he should prove it by turning him into an animal. But so she gets out this magical spray can, but accidentally turns him into a mouse, which terrifies her. And then turns him into a sparrow. And then he tries to use the spray to give him the ability to fly.
But she happens to be out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So she instructs him to try to stay safe while she goes to get more magic spray. And that's when the cat decides she realizes that Will is a sparrow now and decides to get some payback.
He kind of sort of deserves this, I think. I mean, He was being a dick to the cat for, like, absolutely zero reason.
And that's when he falls off the windowsill and meets these other kid sparrows who tease him for not being able to fly.
Yeah, because he was never taught. Because according to Sparina, since she didn't spray him enough, he can't fly. Okay, that's a bit of a flaw in the magic, but whatever.
And that's when the birds introduce him to Shiva, who who claims he can help him fly.
He's the smart one. We know this because he's got gray hair.
Yep. And a bow tie.
Somehow. I don't know how a sparrow got a bow tie, but okay.
And so they tried... so they take Willy away to learn, and that's when the Guardian comes back trying to look for Willy, but he's not there. And this is when we learned that she can communicate to cats.
Not just sparrows, but cats too, okay.
Yeah, she starts going to the cat for being too hot, for chasing after Willy and scaring him. And as it zooms out, they show all these people staring at her as she just goes meow meow and look at her like she's crazy. That kind of got a bit of a chuckle out of me.
I mean, it kind of is, because she's like in a park. It turns out we hear her talking to the cat, but everybody else hears meowing.
Mm-hmm. So, at Sparrow, what was his name?
Willy or Seeper?
Seeper, yeah, sorry. At Seeper's house, let's see. Yeah, they talk about the experience, and Willy tells Seeper that he was a boy, and Seeper wants him to prove it by getting a scrap out of a book. And Willy managed to read it no problem, which shocks Seeper to her, and he believes him now. And he offers him a deal. If Willy teaches him how to read and all about how humans work, then he'll teach him how to fly.
Jed?
So we get him on... Huh?
You cut out for a second. Yeah, I can hear you. Keep going.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. So another scene is where the Guardian is just walking around town staring up, and it looks like she's about to fall into an open manhole, but she just walks over it like it was solid. And it sucks this one construction worker to the point where he tries to place his foot on it, but ends up falling instead. And you can still hear me, right?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, good. It's silent for a second. And Seeper teaches Willy how to fly. Hijinks ensues to the cat again. Rather rinse and repeat.
Yeah, it's not a lot goes on in this movie kind of until the end, I feel. And it's sort of boring, to be honest. Like, it's both weird but also really boring at the same time. I don't know if that makes any sense. Because, like...
Yeah.
So, Willy is teaching Seeper how to read and everything. And then later, Willy, despite Seeper telling him, like, you need to stay here, he flies off. And he ends up getting lost. Because it's like, Seeper lives in, like, an attic. He doesn't live, like, in an actual house. And he has some, like, little misadventures. And then I think he meets up with the younger sparrows. There's a bunch of them now.
Oh, yeah. No, this is where we get into the fat phobia.
Oh, God, yes. This is a problem with a lot of old animated movies. There will be a designated fat character. And this one has one.
Yeah, and the whole joke is, he's fat. Fuck off.
They call him Tubby. Seriously?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Y'all couldn't have given him a different name, and of course he's obsessed with food, and they all make fun of him. Well, this is, I guess, where we kind of get a,
plot, so...
Kind of.
They tell out a plot where they show Willy displaced this farmhouse they used to live in, but ever since a cat moved in, they couldn't live in, and...
Okay, so I'm going to say something as someone who volunteered at a barn. Usually a place will have a cat so they don't get mice. This cat's probably just it's supposed to be doing its job. Granted, I think they just made the cat a dick because they needed a villain.
Yeah, like, he even has a mouse that snitches on him whenever there's birds in the area.
Yeah. So they go and they eat some grain. The cat named Blackie sees them. There's also this really weird looking mouse in here. It looks like the mouse is wearing like a sweater because its face is flesh color.
Yeah, it was ugly looking.
It was so weird and it threw me off. So, and then the cat sees them and he's like, hey, let's go, like he tries to get them. This movie was really boring and remarkable.
Like they come up with a plan and
the plan's not that great.
And that's, like Willy managed to come home and write a letter to his sister not worrying about him, and he comes home to see Sifa tearing up everything. At first he thinks he's angry at him for leaving, but it turns out Sifa claims he made new friends claim that there's an elixir of knowledge that all humans drink.
Yeah. So, okay. I am not sure exactly how these... I think they're supposed to be rats. Of course, we have another fat one. Yeah, because fat phobia. And the drink of knowledge is wine. How these rats ever had wine is beyond me. I don't know how they got it, but they claim it's the elixir of knowledge. I feel like this scene is so pointless. I don't understand why they added this and what's the point, because all it does is Seifer ends up getting drunk. You're not supposed to give alcohol to animals. You know, that's... There are people who like give alcohol to their dogs. You're not supposed to do that. Yeah, this whole scene really feels pointless. I guess, again, they just needed some conflict. I'm not sure. But Willy tries to save Seifer, because, again, Seifer's drunk. He can't really fly. But he gets really angry at Willy again. Seifer's a bit of a dick in this. Because he just automatically assumes that these two rats are telling him the truth. But then he kicks Willy out. And there's also, a girl Sparrow. We know she's a girl because she's given hair. Because, sparrows can have hair. I really am happy they didn't do a romance thing. I was afraid they were going to. I'm like, I don't want to see a young boy turn into a sparrow having a romance with a bird. That's weird.
It's creepy.
Yeah, but for some reason, Red believes that, Willy caused Blackie to attack him, which that's not what happened. I'm not sure why Red thinks that way. As punishment, they were going to take 2 feathers from him, but Willy's like, yeah, I didn't do it. So he and Red fight.
And Willy wins.
He basically punches him with his wing. It's so weird looking.
And because of that, Willy's dubbed the new leader now. Okay, and yeah, I'm starting to lose interest really fast. Mind if I just do a quick...
Yeah, just do it.
Okay. So, Will comes up with a plan to get rid of get rid of the cat. He trapped the mouse, trapped the cat, then all it's lost until his cat comes in and stops tuning on. But, Feather comes in and helps Willy. And the Guardian also comes in, saves him, and we're like, oh, I learned my lesson, but, Feather supposed to be human more than I do, so can you just spay him instead? And it says, no, you learned your lesson about, and makes them both human. And that's the end. And also, she loves Willy, the new Guardian of Sparrows, and oh, Jesus.
She basically just says, I'm too old for this shit. Yeah, this movie was really boring. I know that seems really fast, but guys, just trust me. The news is going to be so much more interesting than this. Why do you
think I wrote so much on the news segment?
Yeah, just because, there's nothing here. This movie and the characters don't really do anything. They are very uninteresting. They're rather boring, rather dull. It's just really, again, nothing. There's just nothing here. So I'm going to give this a 1 just because it's so boring. There's really nothing Oh, I forgot to mention, there was also music in this, but the songs...
They only had 2 songs that came out of nowhere.
And they treated, like, the last song like I guess, the title or something. It was really weird.
Yeah, I'll give this 1.5. The art style is at least better than Hugo the Hippo, but it was still a pretty boring movie.
See, I think the thing is, like, with Hugo the Hippo, it was so weird that it was at least kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. This was just boring.
Boring, yeah.
So... And, yeah.
Thankfully, we got a lot of news to make up for that,
Thank
and
goodness.
I believe you added this one if you want to...
Okay, let me see. Alright, we are... Oh, yes! Tory Lane was stabbed in prison.
Oh.
Yep.
So who is Tony Lane, for those who don't know?
A rapper who shot Megan Thee Stallion.
Holy shit.
Yep. So, let's see. He is reportedly recovering after a violent and near-fatal stabbing that took place inside a California prison earlier this week. No, I do not want to subscribe, sorry. It was severe, his condition has stabilized, and he is breathing and speaking on his own. So after the attack, he was transferred to a medical facility for urgent treatment. So it seems that the person who did it had a history of violent crimes. So it doesn't seem like he's being charged. I guess it's because he's already in jail. He has a life sentence. They're still investigating, but I'm just going to go ahead and say this. I don't give a damn. Because here's the thing. You guys know...
Yeah, fuck, I had it coming.
Yeah, I am a Megan fan, but also, like, he could have... Like, here's the thing. He could have told the truth and been like, yeah, I shot her, but he prolonged it and made her suffer. So, at the same time, he also added to the stigma of people already not believing women. So it's like, yeah, I don't care that he got stabbed. Fuck that guy. But it's been a very bad week for abusive man. Jad, our next piece of news.
Oh, Halle Berry granted temporary custody of son after again a restraining order against DDG.
Yep.
Halle Berry was awarded temporary sole physical and legal custody of her son amid the ongoing abuse allegations against her ex-boyfriend DDG. Is that can't seriously be his name, can it?
I guess it. I don't know. I don't even know who he is. Hang on, I'm gonna check.
Apparently, he's a Twitch streamer called Daryl Drain Granberry Jr.
I literally haven't heard of him until now. Yeah. So, let's see. According to a report on May 16th, Berry has sole custody for the sake of herself and her 16-month-old Halo. The rapper abused her both physically and emotionally multiple times, so he has not been given any visitation, which is good.
Hey, I'm glad her and her son are safe.
Yeah. So, see, they split up, like, after she gave birth to her son. And I guess this has been going on for a while. So our thoughts are out to Halle. I'm glad her son is safe. Yeah, apparently this is just, they've been having problems for a while. This is probably the best outcome for her and her son. But like I said, it's been a very, very bad week for abusive men because guess what?
What?
Chris Brown is stuck in jail.
Yeah!
Why? Okay, guys, I'm just going to say it. Can we stop supporting this man? How many times does he have to be a dick and be dangerous in order for him to just stay in jail? This is like, what? I don't know, third, fourth time? So,
let's see. Remained in custody until June 13th.
Yes.
By a judge in Manchester.
So, here's what I'm understanding. He was at, I think, a club. Yeah, he was in a club at London, and he attacked a music producer by the name of Abram Dwa with a bottle. So, during the hearing, the prosecutor said Brown had committed an unprovoked attack with a weapon in a nightclub full of people, and he's supposed to be going on a tour. people are being like, "Oh, this is gonna mess it up." It's like, yeah, it is because his tour is supposed the tour is supposed to start on the 8th of June. Let me see. We're in May. If he's gonna stay there until yep, this is gonna mess up his tour. But again, I don't really care, dude. I'm so tired of this man. Can we get rid of him, please? Just why?
Thank you. And let's see what's the document. Here we go. And this I haven't heard that. Molly of Denali will stop producing new content after 5th season airs.
So
it's a PBS Kids show.
Yeah, this I think is unfortunately in one of the what's the word I'm looking for? Consequences of PBS losing its funding.
Oh no!
This was an award-winning show. It was widely celebrated in Alaska because it features an Alaska-related lead character and showcases indigenous culture. Yeah, this is unfortunately part of, like, you know, some of the consequences of Trump cracking down on federal funding.
Shit. That's really sad.
Yeah.
I feel bad for all the artists who are gonna have to suffer the Orange Man.
Yeah. There's a lot of people who are going to be losing jobs, unfortunately. Okay, next. I can't believe this is even news. Okay.
Okay, you got it?
Yep. Max, formerly known as HBO Max, is going back to HBO Max.
Yeah. Warner Bros. Is having an identity crisis with the streaming service. Like, when HBO Max launched in 2020, they thought they wanted to use the HBO branding to let people know, hey, there's some quality shows and movies on this streaming service here. It's premium. But then Zaslav came in and said, oh no, parents and kids are turned off by HBO. Just name it Max.
But now
then
they're going back to it.
And they're going back to HBO Max, mainly because their attempt to appeal to young children failed.
This is so.
It also doesn't help that they've been removing a ton of shit from the streaming service.
It really doesn't. Like, I just also feel like this is so pointless. You wasted all this time and money for what?
Yeah. This shows how clueless and dumb executives are.
They really are.
Mm-hmm.
So let's move on to some
better news, though.
Superman trailer released.
Yay! So, have you seen this yet?
I'm watching it now.
Oh, yeah. First time watching it?
Mm-hmm. I'm excited.
I try not to spoil it, but I'm excited. Especially... Yeah, like, I feel like James Gunn understands Superman better than Zack Snyder.
Oh, yeah. Don't let his fans hear you say that.
Fuck them.
People, I think, don't understand. Superman's not supposed to be edgy.
Mm-hmm.
People were mad that he yelled, but he's right. People were gonna die. That's what he does.
Yeah, like, Superman intervened to stop a war in another country and save people, but the American government views it as him illegally entering another country and causing an international...
Crypto!
Oh, yeah.
Kick her ass, Crypto!
Gonna be.
I am so excited for this. Like, I'm gonna try to see this opening day.
Ooh, Fortress Solitude.
See, some people are also upset that, like, he comes from, like, a sort of poor household, but it's like, being a farmer is not that easy, and they go through a lot of struggles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
seriously, I have not been this excited for, like, a Superman movie in a very long time.
Mm-hmm. and that cover of the iconic John Williams music.
Oh, yes, I love it.
I wonder. Yeah, it looks like Lex Luthor will be the big bad.
Yep. I think the girl with him is supposed to be Mercy. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, like I think was Luthor referred to the president in this film?
I'm not sure.
Cause I remember he did run for
did.
president in the comics or Justice League cartoon.
Yes, he did. Okay, I already watched this. Have you watched it?
Watched what?
What's next? What's after Superman?
Oh, this one I haven't watched. The Ironheart trailer.
I'm also actually really excited for this.
Produced by Ryan Coogler.
Yep. I mean, after Sinners, I have I already had faith in Ryan Coogler, so I'm also gonna have,
Whatever you do, don't read the comments.
Never read the comments.
Like, it's all getting flooded by a bunch of racists.
Nah, okay, so a lot of people don't realize this character already existed. A lot of people think she's ripping off Iron Man. No, she's a comic character.
Logic and reason don't apply to racists.
No, that's true.
Okay, and yeah, I haven't seen this yet. And it's kind of fucked up that her interview is her having to escape a death trap.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up, but oh well. Yeah, they're always saying this is, a ripoff of Iron Man, but Ironheart's been in... Hang on, let me see when she started.
I'm also glad the armor isn't nanotech this time around. Like a lot of the recent MCU battlesuits are.
Okay. She appeared in 2016. She's been around for 9 years. Almost 10.
June 24th. Oh, damn. About a month away.
Yep.
Ba, 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 ba.
I do like the music that they chose.
So, hey. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. So it's just kind of cool music. The suit, her suit's cool. It has a bulky power armor feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that joke at the end was pretty funny. Yeah, so, fuck the haters, I'm giving this a watch.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm genuinely excited for this.
And here's another thing I haven't watched.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched this either. Bad Guys 2 got a new trailer. So The Bad Guys was an animated film from DreamWorks based off the book series of the same name. This is after they become reformed. Let's see, Bad Guys came out in 2022, so 3 years ago. That was the spank.
Yeah, again, I like the outside of the first one. I still gotta watch it sometime.
Yeah, same here. I do like the style of the Bad Guys. That's this is why I like DreamWorks. They're able to make their films all feel similar but also different. Oh, okay.
Yes. Oh god, these snake-ass apps.
This Brianna guy is hilarious.
Oh yeah, that fella.
August 1st, so in like a few months this is coming out. Seems like an anti-heist, kind of. Because they're trying to be reformed, but another team is asking for their help.
Oh, demanding it, so instead they're gonna set them up. Double cross them. Oh god, another fart joke.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Oh god, yeah. Ugh.
Alright.
Okay, let's see what's next on the document.
Is it my turn or it's your turn?
Oh. Yeah, it's my turn. Paramount Animation pushes back the release of some of the movies. Okay, let's see. It's been moved. Paw Patrol the Dino movie. This one I hadn't heard about. It's been moved up 1 week to July 24th of 2026. And The Legend of... Oh, this one I'm excited about. The Legend of Aang the Last Airbender. I guess they can use the Avatar name because of Cameron.
Maybe.
And it's being pushed back from January of 2026 to October of 2026 now. And... Ooh, excuse me. I also heard recently that Studio Mo will be the animation studio working on this film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the animation is going to look great, and I can tell. And in September 17th of 2027, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the sequel to the animated movie with Jeff Rowe returning as director, while Seth Rogen's returning as the producer.
So I think they might be doing this just so they can hopefully give the animators more time. Because, with Spider-Verse, people were upset when they found out that the people working on the films were
like mad.
Yeah, and it's like, we just really just don't do that. Like, here's the thing. I know people are impatient, but it's like, guys, just let them do what they have to do so we can get good art and they don't have to, do all that stuff. Just let them work. So, yeah. And, like, Paw Patrol, I don't know what is in this series, but it's, like, cracked to little kids. They love Paw Patrol.
Oh, yeah, my nephew being one of them.
Oh, he does? He likes Paw Patrol?
Well, I think so, yeah. My mom got him some Paw Patrol stuff.
Okay. All right, so more animation news. So, if you guys don't know, there's this indie studio called Glitch. It started out on YouTube. And so far, they've created 3 shows. The first one was Murder Drones, and then after that came The Amazing Digital Circus, which was a humongous hit for them. I think if I'm remembering, I think the first episode, let me check, I'm trying to find it. The pilot episode of Major Digital Circus has 373 million views, which is nothing to sneeze at. And then they recently released another series called The Gaslight District. The pilot currently has 15 million views.
Damn.
But like I said, Murder Drones was their first. And it is now going to be on Amazon Prime. However, Glitch is containing control of the show.
Yeah, like Prime Video is funding it and it's distributed while Glitch Hits Productions will still have creative control. My guess is after the runaway success of Hazbin Hotel, Prime Video decided to try to reach out to more smaller animation studios.
See, and Glitch already has a deal with Netflix that Netflix has the Amazing Digital Circus, but they still maintain control. And, like, I don't think people understand how big of a deal this is. Like, animators don't normally get to hold control over their creations. Usually if they have an idea, it's sold to the company. So here's a quote from the founders, Kevin and Luke. Our mission has always been to creatively and systematically change the animation industry for the better. As part of this higher vision, we've partnered with Prime Video, who have agreed to support us and our future souls in a multi-title licensing deals, which means we keep operating independently, doing what we're doing, and Prime Video will give us the support necessary to do more indie animations and creators than we could have previously. So basically, Amazon can't say, hey, this Gaslight District, it can't be so violent, you have to change that. Glitch will say, no, we're not going to change that. This is our product. You're just supporting, you're like giving us funding. You don't have the say to change content, which again is a really big deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, I hope this really makes a big boom in indie animators.
Yeah, like
I
mean,
especially with, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Especially with how so many of these studios are basically not making out much these days. Like, when was the last time any of them greenlit a new animated series?
Yeah, and like here's the thing: it's not so much that animation is the problem. The problem, as we've sort of talked, is how these companies don't want to take any risk. But it's been proven if you take a risk, it can be, profitable. So, this is, again, a really good thing. There's a lot of indie animators who are looking to start their own series and stuff like that. So, but they want to maintain control. So, again, this is a really, really good news. All right.
Oh, definitely.
This one's you.
Oh shit. Okay. Nebulous Stars to get its own anime series? Never even heard of this.
So the reason I added this is just because this is something that is marketed towards girls, and I like it when we get stuff that is specifically for the girls and not going to be, something that... I like it when there's media that's, aimed towards girls that has, like, a good message. Well, this is a... a line that helps inspire creativity. It's a bunch of craft kits. It has 17 best-selling novels, a magazine, and a line of creative products. So it's going to continue the story of the characters. It's the themes are creativity, emotional well-being, and personal growth, which is something young girls should learn about. So there's already characters. I don't know the names of the characters, but it's going to be... Let's see, is a project oriented, so it's gonna be by the Canadian production company Echo Media and Twinkle Teal Entertainment. Wait, hang on, what did I just press? Oops, sorry. Something started playing accidentally. I was like, what the heck is that?
Okay, let's see. And this one I haven't heard about. Pakistan animated feature The Glassworker heads to U.S. theaters with watermelon pics.
So I had heard of this a long time ago, but I'd never heard anything else about it. I had seen a trailer for it because I was like, oh, this looks like Studio Ghibli, but it is Pakistan's first 2D animated movie.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So the synopsis is young Vincent and his father, Tomas, run the finest glass shop work in the country and find their lives upended by an impending war in which they want no part. The arrival in their town of an army colonel and his young talented violinist Donner Ali shakes their reality and tests the relationship between father and son. So it's also getting...
Ooh, they got a trailer.
Yeah. Trust me, when you see this, it's... doesn't it look almost exactly like a Ghibli film?
Oh, wow. It does.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, definitely looks beautifully crafted.
Mm-hmm.
Mano Animation Studios.
Yeah, this is, like I said, I think this is their first, not only is this their, the first 2D animated feature-length film from Pakistan, but I think this is the company's first film, too.
Oh, neat. So I'm just watching the trailer.
Same here.
They got the odds dead on.
Mm-hmm. Music is good too.
Oh.
This reminds me a little of Howl's Moving Castle because there was a war in that too.
Mm-hmm.
Except it's more realistic.
That reminds me a little bit of some of the other films Hayao Miyazaki did about was.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm going to try to see this in theaters. I want to support this. July 26th.
Definitely. Me here.
All right.
Okay, let's see. What's next on the jacket?
I think it's your turn.
And, new Jason 4 he's look revealed. And don't know if you heard about the controversy about this, but some people are alleging it was made with AI. And I don't know how legitimate those claims are, but... yeah, let me...
It doesn't...
Look more...
I'm looking closely, and I mean, he has all proper fingers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just was like... I kind of was like, they changed something. I think he looks the same.
I didn't even notice, yeah.
So, I'm like, yeah, like... Did they change the color of his clothes or something?
Not that I can tell.
He almost looks exactly the same, so I'm not sure why this was, like, newsworthy, but I figured we'd talk about it anyways, because we both like horror. Jason Voorhees is a very iconic, a slasher in the world of horror. But again, I'm looking at this, I'm like, it doesn't... Okay, hang on. I'm looking at an old picture of Jason. I do think they changed the color of his clothes a little bit, and maybe his jacket. But other than that, it doesn't look too different.
No, like, it might be different materials or something, but,
maybe.
No noticeable difference, really.
No major difference, yeah.
Okay, and you got this next one.
Okay, so Juan Samu and Amanda Connor to both draw Harley Quinn x Elvira crossover.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I didn't see this coming, but I'm into it because I love Elvira. And I love Harley Quinn. They even have some covers, and they're, like how they'll have one person do a cover, then another person will. They all look like very fun and campy, like they're having a good old time. Joined by the Who's of top creators. Bored Harley Quinn. This is bad news for everyone else, while Elvira is faced with an uncertain future as her TV show is under siege by suits and corporation cuts.
Oh, no.
Okay. So I guess they're meeting because Harley's bored and Elvira needs help. But yeah, I'm excited for this because, I mean, Elvira is another horror icon. Even though, television's not really a thing, Elvira's been very consistent. And she's, I think aware of, her status, and she embraces that, which I appreciate. She loves what she does. She knows she's not, she's not like a Shakespearean actress or anything, but she loves what she does. And you added this.
And the writer seems...
Go ahead.
Oh, okay, let's see.
No, you go ahead. What were you saying?
And the writer seems to have a lot of experience with Harley Quinn and a lot of her comics,
Yep.
I should say. Wow. A lot of them. Okay, and yeah, Final Destination and debuts to #1 in the box office with a $51 million debut.
People, I think, were shocked about this. Yeah, I think people were shocked, but I mean...
Even more...
Doesn't Final Destination have a really dedicated fan base?
Yeah, especially since the last one hasn't came out in over a decade. And it's also the best reviewed film in the franchise with a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. And it made another $51 million overseas, so already it's grossed over $100 million worldwide.
Hey, Dad, you go ahead. I gotta make a call real quick.
Okay, no worries. So, yeah. And I can definitely tell Warner Bros. Definitely needed the good news after having so many flops. Apps like Joker Fully Ado and The Alternate Nights, which nobody remembers. And now they've been basically dominating the box office between this, Sinners, and the Minecraft movie. So yeah, this is some pretty big news, and my nephew's gonna be happy about this news. Sesame Street, they head into Netflix later this year. Yeah, so a little bit of background. I believe it was sometime in the mid-2010s that HBO managed to pick up the distribution rights to Sesame Street. It would premiere on HBO and then eventually PBS as part of a funding deal. Yep. And then they renewed the deal for HBO Max, but then Sassov came in and so much rebranding and changing, and about last year, I believe, they announced they will no longer be distributing Sesame Street once the contract expires. But thankfully, they managed to strike a new deal with Netflix. So, this is going to be different for the Max deal, because the new episodes would have premiered on Max and then 6 months later on PBS. But now, the new episodes will premiere simultaneously on Netflix, PBS, and the PBS Kids app on the same day, which is a big win for families who can afford these streaming services. So, let's see here. Yeah, and yeah, my nephew's gonna be really happy if he'll still be able to watch Sesame Street.
Wait, what's going on?
Max has on the next news, the Sesame Street coming to Netflix news.
Thank God.
Yeah,
streaming heads to PBS Kids and Netflix. Thank God.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Max has been shifting away from kids program, but Netflix, they've been going all in after gaining traction. And especially since they managed to work out a deal with Miss Rachel, another channel my nephew loves. And also,
I don't understand why Max is trying to move away from kids content just because that's like $1 million, deal if you do it right. Like, there are so many popular kids shows that you could market.
Like I said, Warner Brothers has no idea what they're doing with HBO Max.
They really don't.
No idea whatsoever. Case in point, the show they're making isn't coming to HBO Max, but for Hulu, and that show is
The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball. Why is this going to
Hulu? Again, because they're trying to move away from kids shows on HBO Max. And this was already in the production for a while, so they couldn't just write it off or cancel it, so Hulu picked it up instead.
This is funny, because Gumball's, covered in dust. Oh my gosh, Darwin's bowl.
Five more minutes. They've been asleep for 7 years and they're like 5 more minutes. So, I think another reason is because after Disney through Hulu's been picking up a lot more of the Cartoon Network shows, the shows tend to do better views on their streaming services rather than HBO Max.
Also, can't you watch stuff on Hulu for free? You don't have to pay? Because you can.
I don't know.
I think you can. I think you can do it for free, but you have to, watch ads. Oh!
No, I think the ads is, cheaper.
So you added this. I didn't realize this. They released a trailer for Peacemaker Season 2.
Oh yeah, it's coming this August.
How?
Oh boy.
Oh, that's Sean
Oh,
Gunn!
Guy Connors in it.
Yeah, Guy Gardner. And James's brother. I love Daniela Brooks. The smash hit. Oh, he has to interact with Rick Flag Sr. Titties? Don't call her that.
Uh-oh. Looks like, Senior might find out what really happened to his son.
Oh boy.
And he seems to have a real vendetta against, Peacemaker, insisting August keep an eye on him.
I'm glad this is Eagly! Yay! Dude, why are you in your undies? John, I love you. Put your pants on, please. So I think this is probably already done. James has been freaking busy. Oh my gosh. Alrighty.
Yeah, he is in charge of the DC universe now.
Yeah, see, that's what I was like saying. It's like, how is he? This must be like already done, just because he's, you know, he wouldn't be able to release this and still be working on other stuff. So, next up is our recommendation. So, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
So I'll go first. My first recommendation is South of Midnight.
Woo! I also recommend.
Yeah, I've been hearing Rooty talk about it, and when they showed off the teaser trailer, it caught my interest. And it's the story is you play as this young black woman named Hazel in the Deep South. Her mom and her home get swept away during a hurricane, and she goes to a swamp to try to find her. And that's when she finds out she's descendant from a long line of weavers who are like guardians almost. And that's where she learns use her powers to fight all these what they called tethers?
Yeah.
Tethers.
And knots.
Yeah. And knots. In order to kind of remind me a bit about Psychonauts, how you learn more about certain people during chapters and help them come to terms with their pain and their sorrow. It kind of reminds me a bit about that, but with a more southern and mythical flair to it. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's pretty fun, especially the Deep South Bayou makes it stand out from other games, especially when it focuses on that folklore. And not to mention the music's catchy as hell.
Yeah, the music is fantastic. And it's like old Southern music. Old country.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's available on PC, Xbox consoles, and Xbox Game Pass if you want to check it out. And my second recommendation is one I'm going to be playing again very soon.
Yep.
Astrobot. So Astrobot is a spin-off of the Astro's Playroom, which was a game included on the PS5 for free initially. Mainly to show off the console's hardware, the DualSense controller features, and it seems to have done popular enough for them to get its full-fledged game sequel, Astrobot. It just played as a little scribbler named Astrobot, exploring the galaxy, he fighting off aliens, fighting fellow bots, all themed against various characters associated with the PlayStation brand. And it is just so charming and fun.
It's adorable.
Like, there are a lot of deep cuts for that. Even the most diehard PlayStation fanboys that know about. Like, it really celebrates the PlayStation's history as a whole, all the way back to the PS1 days. And also, it's a fun, charming platformer, and we need a lot more good 3D platformers these days.
It also won Game of the Year at the Game Awards, and we are currently playing it with our friend John, and I honestly think it...
On Super Bonus Round, don't forget to name the channel.
Yeah, and I'm going to say I honestly think it deserves that, because I can't wait to play it. I'm watching Jad play it, and I don't even like platformers, but I really want to play this. But, like, this is a platformer I'm genuinely excited to play. Now, next, I have 2 video game recommendations. If you guys don't know me, I love my indie games, and I got a really short one, but it's really good. It deals with a character who has depression, and at first, he's going through life, and it's like, he sees stuff, and he's like, oh, nice car, I'm poor. Oh, it's a 2-for-1 deal at a restaurant, I'm lonely. And that is actually, like, how depression works. But then, see, one day, everything is 2D. Yeah, 3D. He was first 2D, now he's 3D. And there's a bird that sort of shatters what he thinks, and it's like, recontextualize what you thought and look at it in a different light. And here's the thing, that's also sort of how it helps when you have depression. So it's him slowly working through his depression to look at things differently and try to help himself. It's called Unwording. It's a very short little game, but I highly recommend it. Now, next is a game I've been wanting to play for ages called The Wandering Village. If you guys like Studio Ghibli, you'll love this game because the character designs, they all look like Studio Ghibli characters, but I think the main thing for me is, the world has been ravaged by poison, and you find this creature called an onbu. It has land on its back. Every day it wakes up and it walks and then it goes to sleep. So you are responsible for the safety of your villagers, but you're also trying to help this creature that's now become your home. And dude, the music in this is so beautiful. The character designs, the sprite designs, it's really, really good. If you like Studio Ghibli, I think you'll really like this game. All right, so believe it or not, we're going back to Hungary with another movie from them. This is called The Seventh Brother. So we will see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.